Hey, everybody. So, there's this phenomenon poll going on right now about how you have to pick between a red button or a blue button. And so I'm going to read the prompt and kind of walk you through my logic on the situation. Everyone in the world has to take a private vote by pressing a red button or a blue button. If more than 50% of people press the blue button, everyone survives. If less than 50% of the people press the blue button, only people who pressed the red button survive. Which button would you choose? Now, when I initially saw this, I voted blue. I didn't think about it. Let the record stand that as of right now, more than 50% have pressed blue. Now that I've seen a bunch of videos about it and a bunch of people kind of explaining their logic on it, I should have voted red. From a mathematical basis, it's a guaranteed you live situation if you pick red, right? That just makes sense. No matter what happens, if you pick red, you're still going to live. There's this idea that, you don't want to, come together as a society and make the right choice. It's like a moral equivalency type situation. But you don't have to pick the blue button. Nothing is making you choose the blue button. And I think, at least my interpretation, is that it highlights this idea that people will do something to show that something to the effect of like altruism is not real or something. But here's the thing. If you choose the blue button, the only answers or reasons that I've heard as a reason for choosing the blue button is, well, don't you care about other people? I mean, yeah, as a human, I do care about my fellow man and, other people in society. But it's a decision that they made to pick the blue button. I didn't force them to pick the blue button. No one's forcing you to pick the blue button. There is zero incentive to pick the blue button. If you pick the red button, you're good. If everyone picks the red button, it's fine. The people who picked the blue button put themselves in a situation where they might die. And that's kind of silly. You put yourself on the train track. You have introduced your own trolley problem where you are the person on the railroad tracks. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? You have the foreknowledge to not put yourself on the train tracks. And the argument from the blue side on this situation is, well, I did it, so you should do it. So, no, this is not a suicide pact, my guy. I'm good. I'm good on that. I have a guaranteed outcome of not dying. Great. I got other shit to do. I have a life to live. Added bonus, everyone who is smug's not the right word, but definitely all high and mighty to be like, well, I would pick the blue button. Great. You do that. And when you don't win, I don't have to deal with you anymore type situation. Now, again, this comes back to the poll. 58% of people pick the blue button. So great. They're all still here. Great. 58% of the population made the sacrifice, right? Or I guess 8% of the population made the sacrifice to be the virtuous individual, right? But they didn't have to, right? I guess really it's more so that 8% saved 50%, right? Or saved themselves. I don't know. It's really goofy, right? From a mathematical perspective, just pick the red button. There's no gun to your head to pick the blue button. Now, if you want to internalize some guilt and be like, well, I have to save, all the people who voted blue, that's the logic that they're using. And that's the logic that they've put themselves in, right? I have to save all the people that are on the train tracks, but because if enough bodies get on the train tracks, then the train somehow switches course, right? Or just derails, apparently. Which, again, it's not even a trolley problem. Trolley problem is fun because no matter what, there is suffering. In the red versus blue, there's only suffering if you choose to partake in the suffering. And it's an intentional decision with zero consequences to not pick the suffering. This isn't even like would you rather have games, unlimited games, or bacon, but no bacon? That's philosophically a shit show. The trolley problem's a philosophical shit show, but the red button versus the blue button is literally I want to be the hero type complex of the people hitting the blue button, and the only people hitting the blue button have that mentality. It's like, cool, be the hero. You don't have to be, right? Anyway, I thought it was a fun little video. Hopefully you picked red and we can enjoy this conversation. But I guess because everyone picked blue, we both get to enjoy the conversation. Anyway, cheers to that.
This is your red pill or blue pill moment, my friend.
So, the choice is yours.